Okay, so I'm now going back to page 8 and 9, and I thought on this one I'd like to keep it relatively neutral. This one seems to be a little bit long, so I just want to trim it down. So if it's a grey page, it can be made to work with any outfit. So I'm going to keep it as a grey page. Okay, and what I am going to do is I'm going to stick this side down. Oops. But then I can come in with this one and I can mark exactly where it needs to be cut. Just going to go in there, and I'm hoping that there's sufficient, and there is, for this side. So this is kind of my grey page that if I want to add photos that are not the baby's not wearing pink or one of those colours, because you know they don't always wear pink and stuff all the time. So that is going to go to the outside. Let's stick that down. Don't worry, I've got 2 of these. Cuts it a little bit short. That's silly of me. Okay, and this is PD 5756. So that's quite a nice plain sort of page. We've got another 2 pages inside here that need paper. We've got one at the back. And this one is quite pink already. So if I have a look at my pages, I have got this one and I've got this one. And I've also got this one, and I've got that. So I'm wondering whether I should do a piece of this, because it's got the pinks and the colors there, and then either the little floral, or I can stick with let's have a look, see what we've got. I don't want to have too many conflicting colors. I do have a sheet of this left which is plain, so I wonder if I should just put this with this, just a small piece of so many decisions to make. Also got a piece that goes that way, which is also quite nice. It's a little bit different, and I quite like that it's still got the star. So I'm going to cut this to 8 9/8. I'm going to cut this one to 8 9/8. Sorry, 9 9/8. And then I'm going to cut it to fit in here. So let's just stick this one down. I thought of putting that strip over here, but too late. Made a little mark. Okay, so all we've got left is we've got those two pieces. I think I might have to go and get myself another paper pack because we also have the inside of here. Now for this one I found these two pieces which I thought I would use here. These are the outer ones. These need to be cut to 1 5/8. Gonna keep those. Okay, then I've got the inside. I've got nothing on these two pages. Let's quickly go through. I have got pink. It's very pink. I have got that. I've got pink. I've got that piece. I've got this piece. I'm wondering if I should just, on this page, maybe do I don't really want the whole thing in this pink. Just close this again. Whoops, that wasn't too clever. So this is my dilemma. I don't want too much pink at all. I wonder if I use the pink under here. Let's use the pink under here. That's really cute. Oh, that is really cute. Okay. And we are going to use this solid piece of pink. Use the fold. Oh, it's just going to be too small. Have I got something else that I could use here? I'll take that away. Let's cut this. To 9 7/8 because I kind of like that there. It ties in with the grey. We must have something here we can use. I've got 2 green strips. I've got this little, they're all just a little small. I could put another pink strip there. Or I can put that strip in. Right, let's do that. So I like to put down this piece that I've already cut, so I can measure that one accurately. And I love how this one has the pink and the grey, so when this page is closed you've just got the little hints of grey sticking out. There's no pink. We also know that this pink can be sucked down. I'm just going to pause the video and fill up my glue. Right, filled up the glue. That feels better. Shouldn't have to shake, rattle and roll as much. Oh wow. Okay, and then I can either pop a piece with that in, or I can add in a bit of grey, or I do love the floral. And the way we can get past this is by just adding an extra piece of pink. I've already got that floral there. I don't think it matches that well. That probably will work. I do love this little floral. I think I'm going to use this and then add in a piece of the pink. So let's just cut this to size. Ooh, it's blowing bubbles. I definitely need another paper pack. I don't think this is enough. Or half a paper pack even. Okay, and let's grab the pink if we can finish on this side. And we're just going to add in, you could measure it if you want to. I don't like measuring. We're going to just cut that little piece off. And that's going to go in there. Okay, I'm happy with that. If you don't like this floral here, you don't have to put it there. You could move this, make the pink a little bit bigger. I definitely think I need another half a paper pack, so I'm going to have to go and fetch one. While I'm fetching it, I need to pop that balloon of glue. Okay, so the last thing we have to do is we have to complete inside here, and I'm thinking that I should go and fetch the paper because I need to continue with possibly this floral on either side, or the floral and a bit of this. These bits that are left over I'm going to use for pages, so I'm going to pause the video and go and fetch what I need. So I walked over and I fetched another sheet of this. So what I'm thinking of doing is adding another 6 inches on either side. I don't know if it's going to be a bit too bright. Okay, so the only way to work it out is to just like pop it there and see. It's really cute paper. Alternatively, we can just go in with a plain. Which is the plain pink again. We could go in with a plain and a bit of something on the outside, maybe back to this color. Or just going through it. Love that. But that is the back of that, which is a problem because I won't have enough even adding in the extra half a sheet. So let's keep looking. We could add a bit of that. Okay, so let's go to these two. So what I'm going to do with these is just cut them to size. Let's cut this one in half because okay, so we maybe want to put it there, or we want to put it there and add another piece of strippy of that. Isn't that the beauty of scrapbooking? We could also add in another offcut of green. I'm sure I've got a little offcut. It's on the back of that. I'm sure I have an offcut of green. Why don't we do that instead of wasting a whole sheet? So we're going to cut the advertising strip off, like so. We're going to cut this down to size. And we're just going to join it. Nobody will even know. By the time you put your photos on, nobody will even know. Okay, these strips are going to have to be cut down, but I will only cut those down once I have stuck these. So this is PD 5751. I do love that, but it's just going to be too busy. Let's stick that one here. Let's stick this one this side. And then we're just going to add a strip. You will see the little join. But by the time you put a little bit of something on the page, you're going to hide it. Okay, so let's just trim that. I've got that straight. Okay, so that should fit in there, which it does. Ooh, this one's a bit long. Okay, so that's done. Let's go back to the beginning and double check we've covered everything. So front page is done, page 1 is done, opening page 2 and 3, we have a double inside as well as a double outside, page 4 and 5, page 6 and 7, page 8 and 9 with the underneath in pink, page 10 and the back inner cover. So we have covered all our sheets, all our pages. I do want to add some ribbon. Sorry, I'm just struggling to get that in there. I do want to add some ribbon, and I do want to add something to the back because this will get ridiculously dirty. So I'm thinking a nice broad piece of ribbon would be nice. So I'll come in with that a bit later, and then I will put something on the back that won't show dirt. Already I can see there's dirt on the white, and it doesn't matter how much you clean, there still seems to be dirt. Okay, so that's the base of the album done. Now onto the decorating.